YouTube, what's going on? What do we have here? It is a 2022 BMW M240i in the beautiful Thundernightmetallic. All right, let's do a quick walk around. So you're probably wondering, does the stance come like this from the factory? And to answer your question, no, it does not. The owner has added some iBox springs to this and it just sits right. Starting off here, you see the beautiful headlights. I like how it's got kind of a teardrop shaped, and these are BMW LEDs. Here you see it. Really bright. Coming down here, you see the opening on the bumper. It is cooling for your oil cooler and cooling for your brakes. In the center, it's got the BMW signature kidney grills. So it's not like the G80 M3 and the G82 M4 where it's the long grill. So I like how on the M240i BMW came back with this, and it looks great. Now, when it gets hot, those open up, which is a pretty neat feature. Here you see in the center, front-facing camera. This is a great option, especially when you're getting ready to park near a curb or you want a 360 view. Here you see in the center, that device that is for adaptive cruise control. Now, not all of these come with it. You actually have to option that out. And here you see, coming directly across, is a beautiful front lip spoiler from Maxton Design. You know, look, really nice piece. Now, Maxton Design is based out of Poland, so these are all handmade to order. They do keep a few on stock, but for the most part, when you order these, they make these to order. Coming to the side of the bumper, you see these beautiful paint match reflectors from IND. And here you see the beautiful wheels by Ferrata. They are 20-inch Forge 8s or the FR8s. In 20x9 plus 25 in the front, and we'll go to the rear, 20x10 plus 28, sitting on some Michelin PS4 tires. Tires are 255/30/20 in the front and 265/30/20s in the rear. Really nice fitment. It fits just right for this car. And as you can see, the brakes and the calipers are massive for this car. This car specifically has been optioned out with the cooling and tire package, which comes with a larger cooling fan, an additional oil cooler, and Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. Now, that's on the factory wheels, but the owner has also got the same tires for his aftermarket wheels. And as you can see here on the fender, the owner has added a M logo. So fun fact, in the Euro spec M240i's, they come with this. So as you can see, everything is kind of dark, right? The owner has added the Shadowline package, which blacks out the grille, blacks out the headlights, blacks out the mirror. And to go with the theme of the Shadowline package, the owner has gotten the roof wrapped in piano black, which is a nice addition. So the owner has opted for the full 360 camera. So here you see it on the mirror. Coming across, you see the beautiful side skirt extensions. Now these are also from Maxton Design. So just to show you how the fitment looks, you see how the wheel is not sunken in or just poking out too much. Now of course it's got a little camber, but it looks great. Here you see this beautiful rear spoiler, also from Maxton Design. Really nice piece. It gives the car an aggressive look as well. Here you see the M240i logo, X-Drive logo, because this is a X-Drive. Got your rear camera. Here you have your rear diffuser factory integrated into the bumper. And I can't forget, the owner has added a Miltech catbag exhaust. Look at the size on this. Here you see it, Miltech Sport. So I did forget to mention that the owner has recently added a MST catted downpipe. So if those of y'all that are going to get the Miltech catback and wondering why y'all don't sound like that, well, it's because the owner has just added the MST catback. And let me tell you, the difference between just the stock downpipe with the Miltech catback is like night and day. It's of course a lot louder upon startup, but for the most part, it gave it a more throatier tone, if that makes sense. It just sounds a little bit more aggressive. And also to note, the owners has stated that the car feels a little bit faster, like a more of a harder pull, if you will. So we're gonna go with Eco first. All right, that's Eco. Now we're gonna go to Comfort. And then now we're gonna go to Sport Plus. You hear the difference? And also, did you hear that kind of like mechanical digital sound? That's the valves opening when switching to Sport Plus. This car sounds great. Now, revs, it doesn't do it too much justice. When the car is rolling, that's when it sounds the best. But here you see it. All right, so let's pop the hood on this. Whoo! Man, this is nice. So the owner has added a few things, as you can see. First, we'll start off with the good old AMS engine cover. The owner has also added some Dynon engine braces. Now, this is, of course, probably just for aesthetics, but for the most part, they look great. Now, the owner has added also a Vargas Turbo Technologies oil catch can. Now, this is great for turbo cars to reduce that blow-by. Here you see this beautiful intake. Now, this intake is by MST, just like his downpipe, as you can see down there. Can y'all see that? There you go. This sounds great, too. It's got a nice suction sound. Who doesn't like the sound of a swoosh intake? Here you see his panel. This is a custom painted panel. Now, factory, this is what it would look like. I'm not sure, BMW, why didn't you paint it like this from the factory? Because it looks just like this if the owner wouldn't have got this custom painted. So, nice job on getting that custom painted. And lastly, the owner has added a JB4 to this, and it gave it a little nice power bump. Now, eventually, the owner wants to get it fully tuned, which will definitely wake this car up. All right, so enough rambling about the outside. Let's go inside. First things first, I like how BMW has added their motorsport colors. I like how right here on your elbow rest or armrest, it's a blue stitching. Here you see the door sills with the M for the motorsport, and the pedals as well in a aluminum finish. You got your light switch right here. Beautiful leather wrapped steering wheel, heated as well. Here you see the beautiful seats. There are a nice, not full-blown black, but a dark color with the blue stitching that matches the stitching on the door, the stitching on the armrests, and the stitching on the back as well. This has a factory sunroof and the black in the interior. I just love the piano black. It goes well. And the silver tetragon in the center there and over there on the dash. BMW floor mats, I like that they're OEM. Now, if you look up here, the owner has also optioned out for the heads-up display. I believe this is a great option, especially if you're driving somewhere at night, you don't want to look down. You just got to look straight, and you'll see your speedometer displayed across from the windshield. Here you see the beautiful infotainment system, M240i right there. Here you see his climate control with the radio down there. Center console with a beautiful shifter. You got your traction control, your camera, your parking sensors, your auto start switch, or on and off switch. So you come to a stop, it'll turn off your car, so the the emissions. I call it for the emissions. I always turn this off. Your start-stop switch, your sport mode, comfort mode, eco mode, your adaptive. So we'll talk about this adaptive button. All right, this adaptive driving mode is a unique driving mode, separate from Comfort, Eco Pro, and Sport. It says while driving in adaptive driving mode, the vehicle does not visibility switch to Comfort or Sport mode. However, characteristics of Comfort or Sport program will be implemented depending on the situation. So I read that off of the Google, and that's what it says. I did not know that this was an option, which is pretty neat. And the auto H is auto hold for the brake. This is your switch for your infotainment. As you can see, this car is still fairly new with right under 6,000 miles. Let's go to the back. Once you lift that, the seats move up automatically. And of course, with the front floor mat, you also get the rear. Close it up. And the seat goes back up as well. Now, the rear has climate control as well, to include I guess you put your phone here, or your keys, etc. Let's see this center armrest for the rear passengers. Really nice. So, I don't blame the owner. He says no drinking or eating in here. But these are there when you need it for those that want to eat and drink in their cars. Black headliner. Really nice. As you can see, lift back up, it goes forward. Well, this is going to wrap up my review of this M240i. I'd like to thank my buddy for letting me check out his beautiful ride. And I'll catch y'all next time. All right, y'all.